I said before, I was a fan of film long before I was an actor, and if I ever give it back to you, I'll be a fan of film until my last breath. I don't know if I'll act to my last breath, but I love film so much, I still get giddy. So when I see that Stingray...
In a recent interview, Collin Farrell brought back the memory of his son, who was born with Angelman Syndrome. He spoke about his fear when he said, "I want the world to be kind to him. I want the world to treat him with respect." What prompted him to say this? Where is his son today, and with whom did he have him? Follow this video to the end, and all your questions about Collin Farrell and his son will be answered. From Dublin dreamer to Hollywood star. Born to Rita and Eamon Farrell on the 31st of May 1976, Collin Farrell's story began in Castleknock, Dublin, Ireland. With his father and uncle as professional athletes, it seemed beyond doubt that Farrell would tread a similar path. However, the pull of performance lured him elsewhere. Despite a failed audition for the Irish boy band Boyzone and dropping out of the Gaiety School of Acting, Farrell was determined to make his mark. His early career saw small yet impactful roles. In 1996, he landed a part in Ballycassangle, a British Broadcasting Corporation drama that offered him his first television breakthrough. Before this, he previously appeared in Tim Roth's The War Zone and the independent film Drinking Crude. Farrell's rise to prominence gained momentum when he starred in Joel Schumacher's Tigerland in the year 2000. Trading his Dublin accent for a Texas drawl, Farrell portrayed Boz, a rebellious soldier drafted into the Vietnam War. Critics applauded his performance, but the film struggled at the box office. His next big opportunity came with American Outlaws in 2001, where he played Jesse James. Despite the cast being filled with acclaimed stars, the film failed to connect with audiences. Returning to his strengths, Farrell co-starred with Bruce Willis in Hearts War, another war drama. The project didn't perform well commercially, but Farrell's talent caught the eye of Steven Spielberg, leading to his role in Minority Report in 2002. Playing Danny Whitwer, a determined Justice Department officer, Farrell shone in this futuristic thriller alongside Tom Cruise. The film became a massive success and gave Farrell a place in Hollywood. In 2003, his versatility was on full display. He starred in The Recruit opposite Al Pacino, who later called him the best actor of his generation. That same year, he played the antagonist Bullseye in Daredevil, retaining his Irish accent in the comic book adaptation. He also appeared in SWAT with Samuel L. Jackson and LL Cool J, as well as in the Irish black comedy Intermission. Farrell ended the year with Veronica Guerin, a biographical drama where he reunited with Schumacher. The following year brought Farrell one of his most controversial roles. In Oliver Stone's epic Alexander, he donned a blonde wig to portray Alexander the Great. While Farrell delivered a passionate performance, critics and audiences were divided, leaving the actor with mixed reviews. Despite its global box office success, the film left a mark on Farrell professionally and personally. During his burgeoning career, Collin Farrell had a 2-year relationship with American model Kim Bordenave. During this relationship, he had the gift of a baby boy in 2003. Is this the son who allegedly has Angelman Syndrome? Stay tuned for more details regarding this. Kim, a model known for her work with brands like Movado, found herself in the public eye for more than her career. Unfortunately, her whirlwind romance with Collin Farrell dramatically became sour when she was pregnant with their son, James. Kim publicly expressed frustrations during her pregnancy, claiming the actor wasn't supportive. Was this true? What prompted the sudden change in the actor? She fiercely stated her intention to raise James independently on her LiveJournal, a platform still hosting her candid posts. "I never said he could have custody of our son. I plan on raising this child," she declared. As tensions heightened, Kim expressed discontent over Farrell's absence during James's birth, insisting she would be the one to choose their son's name. Just days before giving birth, her frustrations remained raw. "I don't have much to post about, aside from the fact that Colin is still being a dick to me," she shared, exposing their strained dynamic to the world. This reflects the misunderstanding between James's parents when he came into the world. However, how is James's life unfolding today? Are the claims of him having Angelman Syndrome true? How is he dealing with it? Keep watching as we satisfy your curiosity. Collin Farrell's journey with his son James. James Farrell, Collin Farrell's oldest son, entered the world on the 12th of September, 2003. In 2024, he celebrated his 21st birthday. As this significant milestone approaches, Colin has chosen to share an intimate look into their lives, speaking openly about James's journey with Angelman Syndrome, a rare neurogenetic disorder. His heartfelt goal is to raise awareness for the challenges faced by individuals with intellectual disabilities and their families, a mission that he so much cherishes. In an interview with People, Colin explained the harsh reality that families of children with special needs face in the United States. Support systems that provide specialized education and resources often vanish when children turn 21, leaving families scrambling to ensure their loved ones receive the care and opportunities they deserve. Once your child turns 21, they're on their own, Colin shared. All the safeguards put in place, special classes, that all goes away. So you're left with a young adult who should be an integrated part of our modern society, and more often than not is left behind. This impending shift has fueled Colin's resolve to create a foundation that will advocate for adults like James, offering resources and programs designed to fill the gaps in support. The Collin Farrell Foundation aims to empower individuals with intellectual disabilities, granting them greater independence, a sense of community, and access to the services they need to thrive. James was diagnosed with Angelman Syndrome as a toddler, a revelation that set the family on a challenging yet deeply meaningful path. Angelman Syndrome, which affects 1 in 15,000 people, results from a mutation or deletion in the UBE3A gene on the 15th chromosome. Some of its major symptoms include developmental delays, difficulties with mobility and communication, seizures, sleep disturbances, and balance problems. Despite these challenges, Colin describes James as a source of joy and inspiration. When James was born, Colin revealed that he and his partner Kim were happy to have a child who didn't cry much. But when a couple of months passed and James did not make any milestones like sitting, they became worried. "I want the world to be kind to James," Colin expressed during the interview. "I want the world to treat him with kindness and respect." He also said James's compassionate nature encouraged him to share their story. If James knew that doing this could help families and could help other children and young adults with special needs, he would say, "Dad, what are you even asking me for? It's a no-brainer." Angelman syndrome is often misdiagnosed due to its overlap with conditions like autism and cerebral palsy. Paula Evans, Chief Executive Officer of the Collin Farrell Foundation, explained, "Angelman syndrome is difficult to diagnose. It doesn't appear in prenatal testing, and families often don't know what to look for. Children are typically diagnosed between ages 3 and 7 after a genetic blood test confirms it." James's diagnosis clarified his early developmental delays, but it also highlighted the need for specialized care and early intervention. Although Angelman syndrome has no cure, treatments focus on managing symptoms and supporting developmental milestones. For James, therapies like physical and occupational sessions, behavioral interventions, and anti-seizure medications have played vital roles. Colin proudly shared that James began walking at age 4 and has not experienced a seizure in a decade, a testament to the power of personalized care and dedicated advocacy. "Every child with Angelman syndrome is unique," Colin emphasized. "It's a broad spectrum of characteristics, but with the right information and resources, you can treat your child as an individual. You can focus on what they need to thrive." For Colin, finding a community of families facing similar challenges was transformative. Rare diseases mean that in your community, you might not meet anyone who shares your experience, Paula Evans noted. Connecting with others, sharing tips, and building a network is important. Nonetheless, the journey has not been without its emotional and logistical hurdles. Colin and James's mother, Kim Bordenave, have worked tirelessly to ensure James has access to the best possible care and opportunities. However, as James nears adulthood, Colin has had to confront the reality that neither he nor Kim can advocate for James forever. This recognition has further fueled his determination to ensure James's future is secure and filled with dignity and opportunity. "When I think about the future, I think about what could happen when I'm not here," Colin said. James and others like him deserve to live in a world that supports them, that acknowledges their value. That's why this foundation is so personal to me. Through the Collin Farrell Foundation, the actor aims to extend the support James has received to countless other families. The foundation will offer educational programs, advocacy resources, and initiatives put in place to help adults with intellectual disabilities lead fulfilling lives. Colin's vision is to create a society where individuals like James are not left behind but are embraced as integral members of their communities. James's journey has been one of resilience and growth. Though nonverbal, he communicates affection in ways that transcend words, bringing joy to those around him. Colin described his son's progress with pride, saying, "James feeds himself, walks, and expresses love in his unique way." These milestones are deeply meaningful to us as a family. Despite the challenges accompanying Angelman Syndrome, Colin remains optimistic about the future. Advances in medical research and a growing awareness of rare disorders pave the way for better resources and treatments. He hopes the Collin Farrell Foundation will play a pivotal role in shaping this future, ensuring no family feels isolated or unsupported. When James's 21st birthday approached some months ago, Colin reflected on their journey together. "James has taught me more about love, patience, and understanding than I ever thought possible," he shared. He's a reminder that every person, no matter their abilities, has something beautiful to offer the world. The Collin Farrell Foundation represents more than a professional endeavor. It reveals a father's unwavering love for his son and commitment to building a better world for all individuals with intellectual disabilities. Through this initiative, Colin hopes to honor James's journey while paving the way for countless others to receive the care, respect, and opportunities they deserve. For Collin Farrell, James's story is one of hope, resilience, and a deep bond between father and son. As the actor continues to raise awareness and champion the rights of those with Angelman Syndrome, his message is clear. Every life is valuable, and every person deserves to be treated with kindness and dignity. However, besides being available for his son and establishing an organization to help find a cure for Angelman Syndrome, Colin's also changed his lifestyle. Keep watching to see how he lived compared to when his son arrived. A journey from chaos to redemption through fatherhood. Collin Farrell, once the poster child of Hollywood's hedonistic lifestyle, is a man transformed. His party boy reputation nearly cost him everything: his career, relationships, and life. Yet amid the chaos, the birth of his first son, James, became his lifeline. Today, Colin credits James, who lives with Angelman Syndrome, as the force that pulled him out of his destructive spiral and gave him purpose. In the early 2000s, Colin's life was known for excesses. From wild parties in hotel rooms to benders fueled by a cocktail of substances and drinking, the actor lived like there was no tomorrow. He openly spoke of consuming alarming quantities of substances, losing himself in the chaos. "I had gotten out of control," he later admitted, reflecting on the years when he could no longer put on the brakes. His actions, though surprising, showed a man heading to a tragic end. At the peak of his career, Colin's personal life often stole the spotlight from his work. From public romances with stars like Britney Spears and Angelina Jolie, to shocking comments about heroin and adult work, he became a favorite topic for tabloids. However, behind the bold image was a man struggling with deep emptiness. After the movie Alexander failed, Colin hit his lowest point and thought about ending his life. He imagined turning to pills until everything faded away, but a small voice inside him pushed him to take a different direction. He felt he could do better and make meaning of himself. That path began to take shape when Colin became a father in 2003. James's birth was a wake-up call. Diagnosed with Angelman Syndrome, a rare neurogenetic disorder characterized by developmental delays, speech impairments, and other challenges, James required a level of care and attention that Colin, in his then state, was ill-equipped to provide. "James was about 2 when I got clean," Colin shared in an interview with People. "He was a big part of me putting the bottle down. I was in no condition to be a friend." Talk less of the father of a child with such exacting needs. For Colin, sobriety wasn't just about survival. It was about being present for his son, who depended on him in ways he had never imagined. The road to recovery wasn't easy. After filming Miami Vice, Colin checked himself into rehab, a move he now describes as life-saving. "I didn't want my life to end, but I didn't want to live either," he admitted. Yet, as he emerged from the fog of unhealthy habits, he discovered a new kind of fulfillment in fatherhood. Doctors warned James might never walk, but he defied expectations in ways that left his father in awe. 2 weeks before his 4th birthday, James took his first steps toward Colin, a moment the actor described as overwhelmingly beautiful. With tears streaming down his face, Colin realized the depth of his son's determination and the sheer joy of witnessing his progress. For Colin, James's journey has been a lesson of patience, resilience, and unconditional love. Angelman Syndrome presents unique challenges, but has deepened the actor's empathy and understanding. "What my first son James did was allow me to care for something when I couldn't care for myself," Colin shared in an interview. "James saved my life." Fatherhood also reshaped Colin's priorities. His once reckless energy found a new outlet in fitness and holistic practices like yoga, which he now embraces with humor and enthusiasm. "Back in the day, if I said I was doing yoga, people would tell me to get off," he joked. Yet the discipline from yoga has become a cornerstone of his balanced life. James's influence on Colin extends beyond personal growth. The actor has become a passionate advocate for individuals with special needs, raising awareness about Angelman Syndrome and families' unique challenges. He has spoken openly about the gaps in support systems, particularly as children age out of programs designed for younger individuals. His advocacy reflects a father's desire to ensure a brighter future for his son and others going through similar journeys. The contrast between Colin's past and present is striking. Once a man consumed by excess, he now finds joy in life's quieter, more meaningful moments. Whether cheering on James as he overcomes obstacles or savoring time with his younger son Henry, Colin's transformation reveals the power of love and redemption. Today, Collin Farrell is more than an actor. He is a father, an advocate, and a survivor. His journey from the chaos of Hollywood's party scene to the peace of sobriety and purpose is a story of resilience and renewal. It reminds us all that even in our darkest hours, there is hope. Sometimes it comes in the form of a child's first steps. Colin also mentioned a younger son. Keep watching to see who he is. Collin Farrell, with a storied past, and Alicia Bacleda, a luminous talent in her own right, brought a new life into the world. Their son, Henry Thaddeus Farrell, arrived in Los Angeles on the 7th of October 2009, marking a moment of joy and promise for the couple who share love and a cinematic bond. The two first connected on the set of Undine, a film that carries myth and magic. Their on-screen romance foreshadowed their off-screen journey. As Farrell, who was 33, and Bacleda, 26, celebrated the birth of their son, the parallels between their real-life narrative and the story of Undine, a tale of hope, redemption, and new beginnings, felt almost poetic. For Bacleda, Henry was her first child, and he brought a new adventure filled with wonder and discovery. On the contrary, Farrell, who was already a father to 6-year-old James then, who lived with Angelman Syndrome, embraced this new chapter with characteristic humor and humility. When asked about his feelings on becoming a parent again, the Irish star told People, "I'm looking forward to everything, even changing dirty diapers." Farrell's candid acknowledgement of fatherhood's challenges reflects a man shaped by experience. With James, he was already familiar with the unpredictable waters of parenting a child with unique needs, learning patience and devotion along the way. For Henry, Farrell is ready to take on the role again, eager to embrace the sleepless nights, the milestones, and the immeasurable joys. Henry's arrival also thickened Farrell and Bacleda's bond, their shared role as co-stars now eclipsed by the shared journey of raising a child. While their love story began under the glow of Hollywood lights, it has deepened into something far more profound, a partnership grounded in family and the shared dream of giving their son the world. Nevertheless, how is Henry faring today? Keep watching as we will reveal a lot that has happened behind the spotlight. Collin Farrell may be a Hollywood icon, but to his son Henry, he's just a dad, a role packed with humor, love, and the occasional cringe-worthy moment. After Henry's birth, Farrell opened up and said he embraces all aspects of parenthood. "I will take it as it comes," he quipped, foreshadowing the chaotic yet joyful journey ahead. However, Parenting is not a script to rehearse, as Farrell learned during a chat with Ellen DeGeneres in 2020. Reflecting on a particularly regrettable movie night, he confessed, "When Henry was just 8, I let him watch it. A parental dropping of the ball of epic proportions." Farrell admitted the discomfort radiating from his son's small frame was a clear sign the Pennywise experience wasn't the bonding moment he would have hoped for. Acting is a demanding career, but Colin has not allowed it to deny him the opportunity to be a good father. He was spotted back in 2013 with 6-year-old Henry when he picked him up from school in the Studio City neighborhood of Los Angeles. Despite his superstardom, Farrell isn't immune to the universal plight of embarrassing your child. During Ellen's 2022 appearance, he shared how his penchant for short shorts left Henry pleading, "Please, Dad, don't wear those." Farrell defended his wardrobe choice with a grin. "They feel good. It's not a fashion thing." By 2023, Henry seemed to find solace in his dad's better sartorial choices. At the Oscars, father and son turned heads in matching velour tuxedos, proving they could nail the red carpet look together. Life with Collin Farrell as a dad means enduring some mortifying moments, but it's also filled with heartfelt laughs, shared adventures, and a bond stronger than any fashion faux pas. Over the years, Colin has changed and evolved to be a good father to his lovely children. However, do you know that this change goes beyond his family? Just recently, he extended that change to his community. Keep watching to learn about what he did. Colin Farrell's Marathon of Compassion. In a heartfelt display of friendship and determination, Colin Farrell took a break from his busy acting schedule to participate in the Dublin Marathon, creating a moment that will resonate far beyond the finish line. On the 27th of October, the Penguin star joined forces with his longtime friend, Emma Fogarty, who was pushing her wheelchair during the last 4 kilometers of the grueling race. Farrell's mission was not just to complete the course, but to shine a light on epidermolysis bullosa, the rare and debilitating skin condition Fogarty has battled since birth, and to raise funds for Deborah, the Irish charity supporting those with epidermolysis bullosa. Fogarty, Ireland's oldest living person with the condition, celebrated her 40th birthday in 2024, a milestone many thought unattainable. Born with no skin on her left foot and right arm, she endures excruciating pain daily, her body covered in protective bandages to stave off infections caused by even the lightest touch. Yet, her indomitable spirit inspired Farrell to step up for a cause close to his heart. Crowds lined the streets, their cheers echoing as Farrell met Fogarty for the final stretch. Each of those kilometers represented a decade of her life, Farrell said, his voice tinged with awe. That run was nothing compared to the pain she faces daily. She embodies courage. For Fogarty, the marathon was more than a race. It was a dream fulfilled. Speaking after the event, she called Farrell her most loyal friend. "He doesn't just talk about empathy, he lives it," she said. "Running a marathon is no small feat, but when Colin commits, there's no turning back." Their efforts have already surpassed expectations. Initially setting out to raise 400,000 euros, they are now within reach of a 1 million euro goal. This is a testament to their dedication and the outpouring of support for Deborah. Farrell's connection to causes like these is deeply personal. Earlier this year, he launched the Collin Farrell Foundation to support families with adult children with intellectual disabilities. This was in support of his eldest son, James. This experience has further fueled his drive to advocate for those who endure challenges most cannot fathom. The crowd roared as the duo crossed the finish line just before 1 p.m. Farrell completed the marathon in 4 hours, 6 minutes, and 45 seconds, a commendable feat for someone juggling an intense career. However, he downplayed his effort. "This race pales compared to Emma's daily battles," he said. "I'll never forget this moment, running alongside her. It was an honor." Fogarty, too, was overwhelmed by the experience. As an ambassador for Deborah, she hopes their story will raise funds and bring awareness to the harsh realities of living with epidermolysis bullosa. Her optimism and resilience shone through as she reflected on the day's achievements. Farrell and Fogarty's journey isn't over. Their shared goal of hitting the 1 million euro mark reminds us that acts of compassion, whether through a marathon or a heartfelt conversation, can create ripples of change. For Farrell, this wasn't just about running a race and making a statement. He says, life's real victories aren't measured in miles, but in moments like this. Moments of connection, purpose, and hope. What is the most interesting part of Colin, James, and Henry's lives? Colin has proved that the responsibilities of fatherhood can change. He defied the odds by changing from his ways of unhealthy habits to a loving and caring father. His story of redemption also impacted his community when he participated in a charity marathon. Let's hear your opinion in the comments section. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. You can also click the other links on your screen for more videos.